Take questions from the folks present, and then we'll go to Zoom. Coach?
Great win for the Tigers today. Really proud of the way we came out in that first inning. Obviously, Cammie with a great first at bat, two-strike battle, punched one into left field, and then McKenzie with the big double there, and got off to a great start. Obviously, they got Cagle and Gombarda out with 2 outs, and I love the way Vieira and Logaleo gave us 2 great at-bats there with 2 outs and kind of opened it up a little bit. Vieira with a big line drive, and then Logaleo with a 2-strike, hit the changeup out of the park, which was huge. I think that gave everybody an opportunity to take a deep breath. Millie, just an outstanding job in the circle. I mean, anytime you throw a no-hitter, it's special, but to do it in postseason, I think we'll all remember that for the rest of our lives. Like the way we continue to put pressure on their pitching staff. Hit a lot of line drives today, had some great situational hitting. Logaleo, Oda with RBIs, and of course Sam Russ creating a lot of havoc on the bases. Total team effort today. Really proud of the way we performed in our first home regional. Just a special moment for our program, and we get about 15, 18 hours to enjoy it, and we get to go back to work tomorrow, and looking forward to that challenge.
Millie, it looked like your changeup was working really well for you, keeping them off balance today. You've been the game 1 starter for a couple weeks now. How excited were you when you knew you were going to get the ball today?
I was really, really excited. I kind of felt like I would maybe throw today, and it was a great experience. I'm glad that they have trust in me to allow me to, start that first game, so I'm really happy about it.
I guess this is a great no-hitter, as Coach said, but you were just a couple of hit batters away from a perfect game there. One just barely nicked the hitter, and the other looked like she turned her shoulder into it. Was it tough to miss a perfect game by those two?
Yeah, I think I was working on things as well. I was working on going in. I know I have to throw in and out, and against Auburn, against Louisiana. So I just wanted to work on that, and unfortunately, I hit a few people, but it'll prepare me for the next day. So.
McKenzie, for you guys came out there, you kind of got things rolling and kind of just settled the whole thing down with that 6-run first. Can you talk about how big it was to come out there and play that well?
Like Coach said, after we got a few runs under our belt, it was a breath of relief to say. But after that first inning and that first batter that Millie was throwing to, a girl swung and missed at the first changeup, and I just got chills going down my back thinking about it. But just what Coach said, complete team effort, offensively and defensively. It was just outstanding today.
McKenzie, you're 3 for 3 today with 2 ribbies, 4 for 4, or 7 for 7 with 4 ribbies the last 2 games. You feel like you're hitting about as hot as you have all season right now?
I think I'm doing okay, yes, sir. I'm just trying to stay humble, see ball, hit ball, not think too much of it.
What's the plan the rest of the afternoon? Are you going to be scouting your next opponent here today?
Yeah, we're going to try to keep it as normal as possible. I told the team, certainly they can stay out and watch the game. It's regionals, enjoy it. It's awfully hot, so we got to make sure we're not sitting in the sun too long and staying hydrated. It's nice to be at home, sleeping in our own bed, kind of getting in our routine. We have a lot of family in town, so being able to enjoy family is huge. And we've worked hard to earn the right to host the regionals, and we want to enjoy it. And we'll be ready to go tomorrow.
Millie, Coach said, throwing a no-hitter is special, but doing it in the postseason, something that you all will remember forever. What were your emotions when you got that final out there?
I was trying not to think about it at the beginning, but, it's just a total team thing, like they said. It was the defense was great, and I think I'm going to remember that the most. It's just how special the support I had from this team, from the coaches, and from the players, and I think that's what I'll remember the most.
Millie, can you talk about your changeup and how you use that as a weapon?
I don't honestly know how I throw it. I just throw it. Today I had one that was a strike and then one that was biting low, and it kind of changes, which is tough sometimes. But I just know that I'm comfortable with it, and I'm going to throw it in any count in any situation.
Coach, can you talk about that changeup?
Yeah, it's pretty filthy when it's on, and certainly, today when she's throwing it at 2 different locations, it's extremely tough. And you saw the the Wilmington hitters, they were pretty baffled with it today. And I think the biggest key with Millie is, she just can't overthrow, and we have a couple of sayings with her, cues that keep her kind of focused, and one of them is less is more. She gets out there and tries to throw 90 sometimes, adrenaline's flowing, and if she can just settle in and get into the game. And then the key is her posture sometimes. Pitching with that changeup, it's so filthy. She has a tendency to get on her front side too much. And you just, holler at her a couple times, she picks it up and makes the adjustments really quick, and that's why she's so effective and such a good pitcher.
Coach, I guess you decided not to tinker with Logaleo's spot there in the lineup and the sixth spot. How rare is it to have a hitter as hot as she is right now?
It's pretty special. I told you last week I just like to sit back and watch when she gets hot, and she's seeing it as she is right now. And our lineup, we have a tough lineup. First to 9 hitters, it's really tough, and you start tinkering sometimes, overcoaching a little bit, you can mess with it, and we just like the way it is. You go Gombardo righty, Cagle lefty, Gombardo righty, Vieira lefty, Logaleo righty, Sam lefty. So as a pitcher, it's tough going left right, and all of those players have the ability to hit the ball out of the park, and it's a nice luxury to have power and speed up and down that lineup.
Coach, for your team to have such an all-around dominant performance in the first game that you guys have ever hosted in terms of the tournament here, just how special is that, that they rose to the occasion of this high-pressure moment in program history?
Yeah, as a coach, you think you're prepared, but you never know how your team's going to respond. Obviously, a big game, our first ever home regional, a lot of emotion going into it, a huge crowd, electric atmosphere. For a 12 o'clock on a Friday afternoon at 95 degrees, the crowd was awesome. It was awesome. And you just never know how a team's going to react to that. And, but they responded. They really did. And like we said earlier, I think the big first inning helped, us take the nerves off a little bit. And certainly it'll help us prepare for tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a battle. We know that. But really proud of the way we played today. And really, for us in our third year of existence to have another 40-win season is huge. We're awfully proud of that.
McKenzie, Millie, what was that electric atmosphere like playing out there?
As soon as I heard Millie's walkout song come on, you just heard the whole crowd get up and start clapping, and that's when I finally realized. I looked out in the berm and it was completely full, and normally I can spot my parents out in the crowd, but I couldn't even spot them today. It was just absolutely insane for the first game.
It's pretty amazing to see how much fan support we have. Obviously this is a work day for most people, and we have a full stadium right here. It's just amazing.
Coach, by my count, 13 run rule wins this season, 18 shutouts. You've been around the game a long time. How rare is that?
I really don't pay attention to that. A W is a W. We take them any way we can get them, and obviously winning is hard at this level. And certainly it's a lot easier to coach when you score a lot of runs and you have pitchers that can dominate like Millie and Valerie and Reagan and Brooke. And but for us, I think we are an explosive offense. We're very capable of putting up runs in a short amount of time. And the biggest key for us is to play clean defensively, continue to get that great pitching, and get the timely hitting. We know tomorrow's going to be a test for us.
Any questions?